More formally known as electronic nicotine delivery systems, electronic cigarettes are devices that vaporize a nicotine solution instead of burning tobacco as is done by traditional cigarettes. They are designed in a variety of styles, such as vaporizers, hookah pens, and e-pipes, and can be customized with a broad range of flavorants, including red velvet cake, orange, and peppermint. E-cigarettes have been hailed as a safer alternative to cigarettes and a bridge to smoking cessation. But how much do we really know about these products? As it turns out, not so much.
Despite their obvious popularity, there are still many questions surrounding the use of e-cigarettes. The effects on both the environment and on human health are far from clear. While it could be that e-cigarettes emit fewer toxic substances than traditional cigarettes, it is important to note that this does not translate into electronic cigarettes being safe for the environment or for human use. In a 2014 BU Today segment, Josh Jason, a BU student, sat down with a professor at BU to discuss the health concerns for e-cigarettes.
We know that regular tobacco smoke has serious consequences on cells that line the airway and predisposing them to become lung cancer. We have similar concerns about electronic cigarettes, and what we've seen so far, at least in culture, outside of the body, is when you take those cells and put them in a dish and expose them to electronic cigarette smoke, you induce some negative changes in the genes. Genes that are changed with regular tobacco smoke are changed in a similar manner with electronic cigarette smoke. And that is concerning, of course, because we know traditional tobacco products lead to cancers.
In fact, according to one study conducted by researchers from the University of Southern California, e-cigarettes do emit toxic chemicals and increase exposure to metals, such as nickel and zinc in some cases. Another study that sampled air quality after e-cigarette use found that e-cigarette vapor includes pollutants such as propanediol and nicotine, which can be of health concern.
So, is there anyone to protect us from this possible health threat? In fact, there is. The Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, is responsible for protecting public health by ensuring the safety, efficacy, and security of human drugs, biological products, and medical devices. The FDA is also responsible for regulating the manufacturing, marketing, and distribution of tobacco products to protect the public health and to reduce tobacco use by minors.
In August 2016, the FDA created new rules, regulations, and guidelines for e-cigarettes, cigars, and all other tobacco delivery products. These regulations include updated rules to ensure that tobacco products have warning labels and to restrict sales to minors, including the prohibition of selling e-cigarettes to minors or in vending machines. Additionally, tobacco product manufacturers are required to register and list their products with the FDA. Newly regulated products are required to get a marketing order from FDA, and manufacturers must report ingredients and harmful and potentially harmful constituents in their products. These requirements better allow consumers to make more informed decisions about what they're putting in their body. However, we believe this new set of regulations by the FDA is simply not stringent enough.
Because of the extended, slow development of chronic diseases that may occur as a result of e-cigarette use, we recommend that the FDA require that all e-cigarette companies do more long-term comprehensive observational studies and further limit the use of e-cigarettes through the passage of more stringent regulations. E-cigarette manufacturers should also be required to register with the FDA and provide ingredient information to obtain approval for new products.
Electronic cigarette models do not always clarify how much nicotine and other tobacco-specific nitrosamines are used on products, and values measured in studies often differ from those reported. Thus, the FDA must ensure that the labeling on electronic cigarettes and their components are accurate and correctly illustrate the possible toxicity levels and long-term health effects of the extended use of electronic cigarettes. Electronic cigarette models often don't say how to properly dispose of their components. In order to protect our groundwater supply and prevent toxic chemicals from entering our air, the FDA should require labels to list proper methods of disposal for the cartridges, wrappers, old batteries, and atomizers of electronic cigarettes.
There also must be greater restrictions on who can buy and sell e-cigarettes to ensure that all devices meet the same high-quality standards. We demand more safety.
We demand more accountability.
We demand a cleaner environment.
We demand more.